It's Christmas time, look. Also, I got a gift in the mail, and I don't know who sent it to me, but it's the cutest mystery gift. I don't know. Alright, hi guys. So, I wanted to just sit down and make this video right away because I thought about it and I was like, I need to just do it and then edit it real quick and then upload it and then we're done and we're good and I have a video up. So, here is what happened. Where do I even start? So, I saw my rheumatologist, as per usual, a couple months ago, and she has been concerned because although I am doing well and I am on a crap ton of meds, I'm still having persistent shoulder pain. So she was like, I'm going to send you to an orthopedist and we're going to see what we can do. And hopefully, if you see him, he'll have an idea, like if there's something else happening, if there's something deeper going on in the joint other than arthritis, because my RA is being treated currently and everything seems fine with my RA, so it doesn't really make sense that I would still be having shoulder pain. I have pain in both my shoulders, but my left is definitely the worst. So I went and saw the orthopedist, and he looked at my x-rays and he kind of tested my range of motion, had me do like some movements with my arms, and he actually said, which I was very happy about, he actually said that he was happy with my strength and my range of motion. Sorry, I'm going to turn this fan off. And if you hear something weird, that's my dog chewing on her bone, so sorry. So the orthopedist was like, I'm not sure if there's just damage or something. He was like, we could always give you a steroid injection if the pain is really bad. But over time, those can actually deteriorate your joint. So he's like, I would rather start with some physical therapy. So they referred me to a physical therapist, and today was my first appointment. So I haven't done any of it yet. It was just my initial appointment with the doctor. So we kind of talked about my history. So I wanted to share it with you guys because I don't know if many people have had experience with physical therapy as far as RA is concerned. I've always kind of thought of physical therapy as something if you are in an accident or if you're injured or something like that, or if you've had like a major surgery. But to think of it as a use for somebody who struggles with a chronic illness, I think that's actually pretty cool. So I went and saw him, and we talked about my history, and he just kind of asked me a lot of questions and asked me where the pain is and if I hear crackling, and which I totally do. And he basically had said, you know, he's going to take a look at my x-rays, which he did. He was able to pull them up. But his concern was whether there's something deeper going on with the actual cartilage. So we did an ultrasound right then and there on both of my shoulders, and that was pretty interesting. And it's kind of bizarre to see your bones and your joints right there, like, oh, that's my bone right there. I mean, you know you have bones, but to physically see kind of the outline of he called it the joining of like the ball and socket and all the rest of it, and he was pointing out different muscles and stuff. Anyway, all in all, he basically said that on this shoulder, things looked pretty good. he said that near the back, the cartilage looked like it might be a little thin, which is interesting because in my right shoulder, the pain that I have the most is in the back of my shoulder. So, I mean, there could be a correlation. I don't know. He said, generally though, with both of them, the cartilage looks like it's at about 40 to 50% of what it should be. So, and he was just saying that makes sense because he's like, you're not going to be doing handstands and push-ups if you're in pain, which is very true. I don't do certain exercises because it hurts me. So he said basically the same with my left shoulder. However, he got to one point, which is kind of in the front, and when he had the ultrasound, the little ultrasound machine there, what he said is that he was at the joining. So my assumption would be that is where the ball socket joins with the other parts. I never took anatomy, so yeah, but you've got the ball and the socket, I guess. So he called it the joining. So there was almost like a little divot that I could see on the screen, and there was something there. I don't know because I don't have training. I don't know what it was that he saw, but he mentioned that it almost looked like there could be a collection of fluid there. And he said that could be for a number of reasons, and that he would like to take a deeper look, or have a doctor take a deeper look, whether it's an MRI or something, to just look at what's going on inside. He said it could be something simple like a nerve is there and it's getting irritated, and that is just causing a buildup of fluid. He said it could be something with the ball of my joint. Yeah, so that's interesting. I'm curious to see what that's all about. Hopefully, I don't know. At this point, I kind of just would like my shoulder issues resolved. I'm really hoping that going through this physical therapy will really help. I mean, I've been trying to exercise more and strengthen my joints myself, and that can be a challenge when certain exercises are painful, just like I've talked to you guys about before. But at the same time, the exercise is good. It's healthy. It will help build that cartilage back up and to strengthen the muscles. He was talking about that we'll be doing shoulder work, but also upper back to kind of help with posture and to help with the shoulder blade to kind of reposition it. So yeah, it was, I thought it was a good visit. It was fairly informative. I may be asking more questions as we go because I am just a curious person and I like to know what's going on as far as my own medical treatment. I like to do research, and if they can help me and give me some good exercises that I can start working into my personal regimen, then I'm hoping that we'll see results. So he also did some testing of my isometric strength. So he had this little gadget, and he would have me like put my arm out or something, and then he would hold it against my arm, and then I would have to push as hard as I could against it, and that was measuring my isometric strength. So if I'm remembering correctly, isometric is kind of non-moving, like an isometric exercise is when you get into a position and you hold it. I'm assuming that that means it's my stationary strength. So I'm thinking, if I was reading, I was kind of looking at the numbers on his little machine after we did each test, and I'm pretty sure this arm is considerably weaker. So I'm curious as to whether that was consistent. He didn't really go over the results with me, but I probably should have asked because I'm just curious. I'm curious about that stuff. Anyway, yeah, all in all, I was pleased with the experience, and I was thinking it might be nice to share it with everybody. And maybe if somebody is kind of nervous about exercising or physical therapy, that maybe I can help relieve their anxieties, or just answer questions, because I've never done this before, so it'll be new for me, and then I can share with you guys, and we'll kind of see what happens. So that's pretty much it. I have my first appointment this Friday. Today is December 20th, 5 days from Christmas, and we will see how it goes. So I will hopefully post this very soon, and then I will keep you guys updated, and that's pretty much it. So I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.